Yes, now he's back. Been wanting to do this for weeks. I've been putting it off because I've been scared about making this first video, man. But I have quit my job. I've quit my job lifeguarding last week or the week before. So that means I could do this full time, hopefully daily. Just wee snippets of what happens each day. So today I'm driving to meeting the Drawdown Surveyor because we do development finance. Our clients do development finance on these projects, on these HMOs, so they don't pay for it cash, they get a bridging loan, and it's a development finance. And the Drawdown Surveyor comes out, each drawdown, so like there's about 5 drawdowns per project, give or take, per project. And each time we get the invoice from the builder. The invoice from the builder is for works completed, and the Drawdown Surveyor comes out and checks to see if the invoice matches the works completed. So if the builder says 20 grand's worth of work has been completed between rip out, demo, like extension being built, plumbing, joinery and all that shit, and it hasn't, then they don't get the full amount because they're claiming for works that's not been completed. But if it has been completed, the Drawdown Surveyor says, brilliant, okay, we'll release funds within 72 hours. That goes to the client, the investor, the owner of the project, and then they send that to the builder. So I am off to meet for our project. A lot of words. I am off to meet this surveyor to make sure that everything has been done as per the invoice so the builder can get paid. Right. I'm also doing 3 other site visits after that. 4 site visits, I should say. Yeah. 4 site visits. So we've got Project Western, furthest behind. That's a beast of a project, 5 studios, 1 double ensuite. I'll show you that. Project Brighton, 4 double ensuites, 2 studios. That one's picking up pace, like that's fucking picking up real pace, and it's looking beautiful. And the furthest ahead is Project Dustpan. It's called Dustpan because when we were viewing the project, the estate agent would say, "Oh, I left the keys behind, like under a dustpan in the back garden." At all times, by the way, at all times. Like I would be like today, for example, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm coming to view the project with the builder." They're like, "Oh, it's under the dustpan, the keys." Well, that's pretty fucking brave. So yeah, I just called it dustpan for ease. Anyway, that one is 4 double ensuites, 1 studio, and that is the furthest ahead. It is fucking flying. Just had the stairs put in, and we are currently designing the kitchen. Here's a wee tip about kitchens. So when it comes to designing the kitchen, the architect put a certain layout, and it turns out it didn't work. Now, he doesn't design kitchens, so I can't hold him to it. So we're having to change it up a wee bit and put in a bit more storage, stack the wash machine and the dryer, and we are also trying to put in a seating area. It's a very small space, so I'm going to see if we can do that as much as possible. But what has happened since I last made a video? Quite a few things. We took on our first employee in November, Claire. She's a fucking rock star. She's like a mother hen for me and Michael. She keeps us in line and calls us out on our shit. Because, yeah, we always say we're going to do something and we just never get around to it. We've got an awful habit of working like on other stuff than stuff like working on the business, like social media and that. That's why I'm getting back onto this, because like she's like, look, we need to get the content out, we need to do this. And I was like, right, Claire, you got it, boss. And another thing that happened, winning the Young Property Entrepreneur of the Year 2024 award. Now, ain't that something? Me and Michael won that award for Think Property, well buzzing. That was the year before that. I lost. That was when I was with McPherson Properties. That's my other company, my portfolio company. I was nominated but lost, but then this year we won it. Well fucking buzzing, well happy for us. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear that loud noise? I've got the noise cancelling on, hopefully. It is, my car's going in the garage next week. It's making a fucking loud noise. And the mechanic said so many complicated words, I just yesed him to death. He was like, oh, this is wrong. I was like, yes, just fix it, man, fucking fix it. But anyway, we won that award. Huge, man, fucking huge, really buzzing for us. What then happened after that? Took on a couple more deals for our clients, our hands-free service. Found a JV partner for myself. So my goal this year, one of them, was to start a portfolio that I own, like not 100% own, that I co-own, right? Because next year I want to do my own portfolio that is like 100% mine using private investor finance. So that's in the making. But this year I just wanted something that I'm like, look, I own 50% of this, because all of my Think Property stuff I've been doing for clients that they own. And essentially we do the full service. So I know how to do what it takes to like do your own portfolio. But now I found a JV partner, and basically we're going 50-50. I do all of the work, I build the portfolio, all of the work, and he funds it. So basically, I'm going to own 50% of a portfolio this year. That's fucking exciting. That was like, that I wasn't expecting to hit that until like later on this year. And through Instagram, managed to find a guy. And to be honest, like with this guy, whether it goes like well or not, whether we work together or not, I'd be friends with him. He's fucking awesome. Like we would be friends anyway. So it's really sick. Another thing that happened was we moved out of the studio, man. That has to be probably the most impactful of them all. Like for me and Lauren as a couple, it's like that studio, it done what it needed to do. Like we were able to afford it, and mate, see, living in a studio for 2 years with your fiance, like it brought us closer than ever. We both struggled with it a lot, and it was fucking excruciating. Like between that, building the business, working our jobs and stuff, like her pursuing acting, it's like the studio only having one room for a couple. It started off pretty well because we like lived in our bedrooms at our parents' houses and then went to a studio. So for like a year, it was absolutely fine. Like it served its purpose. But after like a while, you end up dreaming about having a house. You want more space. Like Lauren needs her space. I needed my space, especially for like Zoom meetings, calls and stuff. And if she wanted to rehearse her lines or do like voice like training, accent training and stuff, like you kind of need your own space for these specific things. So moving out of the studio, fuck me, like that has to be one of the biggest things. But the work ethic of living in a studio, like you're constantly reminded, like I need to get out of here, I need to get out of here, I need to get out of here. So like you're working, you're working a lot harder. So yeah, I need to find that motivation again, man, because pain is a lot easier to find motivation from than pleasure. So like, well, this car making a fucking bunch of broken noises, that's enough pain for me to get up going. But yeah, I mean, to go off on a wee tangent, I mean, like the study of a mouse, they done like this is a very butchered version of that, by the way, but they done a study, right? And there was like a bit of string attached to the mouse, and it tracked it measured how much force the mouse was either pulling or pushing. You know, that's it, right? And what they done was they put cheese in front of the mouse and they measured it. And let's say it was, I don't know, a 4 out of 10. This is really butchered, by the way. Please look it up for actual statistics and facts. Let's say it was a 4 out of 10 force. They then put the scent of a cat behind the mouse. And then it was like a 10 out of 10. Like the mouse was doing everything it could to get away from it. So the concept behind that is, if you, at the start, not forever, at the start, use pain to motivate you. Like if you are living in a shit accommodation, or you're from an area and it's just the worst area, you need to get out of it, or you're constantly like fighting, scrambling for money, like you've got a lot of pain in your life, right? A lot of like internal and probably external pain in your life. Use that to your advantage, right? Use that and to go towards your goals, because that is more of a motivator than say, I want this car, I want this house and stuff. It's nice to visualize those things, not saying don't do it, but don't let that be your only motivator at the beginning. Actually, I can't give that advice. Like that's what I done, you know, and it worked for me. And I kind of still use it, you know, I still use that, but it's not sustainable. You don't want to use that sort of shit forever, because it can put you in a dark place. And if you're only motivated by pain, then you'll feel shit all the time, like forever. So it's just finding that wee balance. So if you're like, look, I can't do this because I've got no income. I can't do this because of this. I live in a council estate. I don't have this. Use that to your fucking advantage, and use that pain as a motivator, like the mouse with the cat behind it. Because trust me, like that shit motivates you more than anything. And then, fucking hell, See lorries. I fucking hate lorries. Oh God. They just swerve over. They bully me on the roads. They just bully me. The last one is I have quit my job. I mentioned that at the start, but that was like, I needed to do that immediately. Like the title of this video is probably going to be like, I lost like 90 grand, so I quit my job. And that's true. Like, lost opportunity is one of the biggest things that a lot of people don't take into account, right? So let's just say, for example, actually this is exactly what happened. The last quarter of last year, we were maxed out work. Like we had 4 or 5 projects, and I had a part-time job. I was working 30 hours a week, lifeguarding. I was maxed out. I couldn't take on anymore. I couldn't do any more, right? So when things started getting presented to us, whether it was clients, we got 3 deals presented to us, I had to turn them down. Like I couldn't take on any more business. Now that equates to almost 100 grand in like gross income for Think Property. So my part-time job that I was working 15 grand a year for, we lost like 90 grand in lost opportunity. It doesn't, when you think of it like that, it's actually a lot. And if you haven't thought about that side of things before, fucking think about it, because it's pretty intense when you think about it that way. So I was like, right, I need to quit my job, met the accountant. I was like, right, we need to set up a PAYE for myself and Michael and just get ourselves paid properly as an income. I believe the structure is minimum wage from Think Property, and the rest of the profits goes up to our holding companies, and then that pays me in dividends as well. I don't know. So doing all that shit as well. But yeah, quit my job. Now I can do this full time. Now I can, like right now I would be lifeguarding, whereas I've got to meet the Drawdown Surveyor. I've got to do all of these projects, and yeah, it was just too much, man. But now we can take on more clients. Now we're starting to take on more deals for a hands-free service. So it's going to be a big fucking year, man. Big year. All of what we've done last year, I was working part-time. So now I can be unlocked and unleashed and do all of this full-time. So yeah, I'll see you at the Drawdown Surveyor visit. Oh, by the way, I wanted to bring this up. We found a well in the garden. A well. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sick. It's just insane. But that's the good thing about having like all of these projects. If you are waiting years to start your own portfolio and like don't come across any of these problems, when they come up, it's going to be pretty difficult, right? But I think starting a deal packaging company, starting what I do, and encountering these problems, like, you get all the problems at once. I started off that point pretty badly, but here's the main point. You start off, you get all the problems at once. Like, I'm doing 6 projects within 1 year. I would never be able to do that just myself. Like, I would have to do 1 project at a time, 1 set of problems at a time. But because there's 6 projects and 6 set of problems, you're basically rapidly learning how to combat all of these problems. Like, you're just in a intense crash course of just problem, and you got to like find a solution, and you have to get creative because you have to be quick because you know another fucking problem's going to come up, right? So this is one of the benefits of what I do, in the sense that because there's so many projects, there's so many problems, there's so many solutions, and I'm just rapidly fucking learning how to solve them. So whenever they come up down the line, I know how to solve them because chances are we came across it before. Like, each project is literally having a different set of problems, right? So that's one of the benefits of starting deal packaging. If you start deal packaging, you'll do more projects than you would have done with yourself, therefore encounter more problems, therefore get more education and be able to apply it to your own projects and help others as well. Because like, see right now, all of these problems that are coming up, I'm going to be telling you about them, how we solve them and stuff. So I'll be able to, like, you know, help you guys as well. So yeah, one of the benefits of having loads of projects and loads of problems. Right, now I'll see you at the next project. Wow, fucking hell. Look at that. Fuck me. Look at all this. Ian's upstairs doing his wee visit. Look at your man. Coming to the alleyway. Side entrances. That's what you want. Come on. So now
And let us automate it. Integrate everything with Zero, Free Agent, and QuickBooks. And share your
So all the rip outs happening now. Down the outside first, through there, and now it is all happening upstairs, just all this chaotic rip out. And you need a dust mask to go up, so I'm not going up. Alright, that is the drawdown visit done. He was really happy. Really happy. That one's flying, to be fair. That project is absolutely flying. However, now, what I've realised is, because we've got a few projects on the go, I can arrange further drawdown visits, not only for this project, but for other projects. So that surveyor is actually on 2 of our projects, 2 or 3 of our projects. So when I'm at that one, I'm like, okay, will you book it for the next project when you're free, like, and stuff like that. If he's on holiday, it's like we book it before the holiday so we can get the money sooner. Stuff like that. Just thinking a wee bit ahead rather than last minute, oh shit, we need to pay, and like then booking it and it's like, oh, he's not available because he's on holiday or he's got other visits and stuff. So it's nice to like pre-book future ones and ahead, so we're a wee bit ahead of it. There's a lorry coming down. These Victorian roads are tight. But now I am going to the gym because I am training for the London Marathon. London, oh brother. Oh, breathe. Breathe in. There we go. Yeah, I'm training for the London Marathon because I needed a goal in order to... On you go, brother. Thank you. I needed a goal in order to go to the gym. That's just how I'm wired. For example, when I done my men's physique competition, like I wasn't going to the gym, and I was also scared of going on stage. So I wanted to combat that, oh god, and do something that was big and scary. Spoke about it in the previous video if you want to have a wee look. But yeah, London Marathon. I'm training for it, doing it for Macmillan Cancer Trust, which is an awesome cause, and it's quite a personal one. Hits family at home. So if you want to donate to that, link below. Anything helps, man. Anything helps, which is pretty sick. So yeah, training. I'm doing an hour. It's a 4.5 mile easy run. Ooh. And after that, I am going to do all 4 official site visits. So I'm going to do an official site visit for that one. I just stood at the bottom whilst he done his inspection and stuff, answered any questions he had a wee catch up and stuff. But I'm going to do official site visits, all 4 of them, ongoing projects, and yeah, I'll show you around them too. Alright, gym session done. I'm dying of death. There's something about like running one consistent distance without stopping that I find really, I don't know, boring, which is stupid because I'm doing a marathon. I like the rolling 800s and stuff, like see when you like stop start, I love that sort of stuff, keeps me engaged like mentally. But I might start running outside, you know, like this treadmill stuff. I don't know how I'm feeling about it. If you run, comment below if you run inside or outside, because inside is getting a bit boring for me and I'm a sweaty boy. Sweat. Like, I have to have like those like 3 little black towels just to get me through. If I forget my towels, right, and there's no blue roll there to wipe the sweat off, like I literally can't run because it stings my eyes and stings everywhere. And it just gets everywhere, like it's a bloody nightmare. So I might see if I can start running outside, but it's cold, man. And everyone down here, everyone in England's like, oh, Scott, you're Scottish, you should be fine with the cold. I'm like, well, I'm not from the North Pole, like, it's only a couple 100 miles up north. Still feel the cold. Still feel it. 2 degrees is 2 degrees, doesn't matter how you put it, doesn't matter where you are. Cold, man. But, right, now, off to the site visits. First one is the Project Dustpan one. and stairs have been put in. Well, exciting. Spoke about it earlier. So we're going to go there. Yes, mate. The visit went really well with Ian. It went really well. He's just needing a cost planner sheet from me. This is the remember that spreadsheet that I showed you that I'm going to fill out. He needs that, but we need to do that together somewhat, because like with the invoice, it does say what the invoice is for, like the works, but it doesn't break down each individual cost, like how much the concrete was and how much the rip out was individually. So I've brought my laptop, and don't freak out. I know you're smiling. Don't be freaking out. I'm going to just ask you what each individual costs were, and then I'm going to fill it out, and this is it, and that's that. We don't have to worry about it. All right? Cheers, brother. See you later. Yeah, so like these cost planners, right? When it comes to the drawdown, you have like this large table, and it's like drawdown 1, drawdown 2, drawdown 3, drawdown 4, 5, maybe 6, depending on how many you do throughout a build. And the builders, like, they do like a normal invoice, as they should. Like that's what they normally do. With a drawdown surveyor, what they like to see is each column for each drawdown, and on the left you'll have like rip out, plumbing, joinery, etc., as the categories, and then you have the allocated funds for each one. Let's say it's a 200 grand build and it's fucking 20 grand per one, round numbers, nice and easy. You have that next to each one, and it adds up to the full build cost and the full drawdown loan amount. And each drawdown, you request a bit for works that have been completed. Let's say 15 grand of the rip out has been done. You put that in 15 grand, and then that's 75%. So it's like a percentage thing as well. On the end, it says 75% of the required funds for this has now been drawdown, funded. It doesn't matter. So, long story short, I'm going to have to go over it with the builder. The project that we viewed this morning, that lender surveyor is what in a cost sheet. So I'm just going to get him to like break down all the costs. Not like how much was this screw and all that shit. It's just like how much was the rip out? How much has been done so far? Like what's that cost? Like just that. And that's something you may have to do for development finance, should you decide to do it. Yes, now. All right. I'll see you at Project Dustpan.
It's the 13 Toby frames and the main feature in that one.
Oh, mate. Looking beautiful.
Plastering's done. Like they said, they'll be done on this floor tomorrow, so
yeah,
that'll be gone, and there will be done.
Yes. Oh, look at that. Stairs all the way up. Yes, now.
How are you getting on?
That ensuite looking pretty.
Check the ladders. Ladders, stairs.
Straight. Just realised you can look up and see the Lord. Morning. Just looking at the Lord through the sky, man. That's my favourite part about all these projects, when you can stand in the living room and look at the sky. Are you ever going to go home? Oh, I don't know. Every time I'm here, you're here. Even on weekends. Put a country music on. He does a few Scottish dances. The Canadian barn dance, the heel toe, 1, 2, buckle my shoe.
I'm a professional dancer, aren't you all now?
A professional.
I've started 2 professional dancing shows.
He's a,
Just started 2 professional dancing shows.
he's a professional arsehole.
I am a professional dancer.
Oh, mate, look at how cool this. If I had it my way, I'd leave it like this, just because it's so fucking cool. Yeah, open plan. Aye, rustic look. Well, I'm looking for a venue.
Walking up there at full pace. just
nearly.
leaving as well. I wouldn't even bother.
Oh mate, what a lawsuit I'd get. I'd probably get about a tenner and a Big Mac.
You can have whatever I've got in my pocket.
Well, some bonbons.
Keys to my car, that's it. That's your license, finance.
It'll probably be a bottle of Hoxton in your pocket if we're not careful.
That's due for delivery tomorrow.
Have you managed to do that call for me?
No, I've been.
Look at that.
I know you've been.
Pass the brick to later. Yeah, push it up, pass it to me.
I'm going up.
I'm going up.
I'm going up.
I'm not going up. I'll look at this.
Oh.
All the days. I'll look at it. Well, not going up.
Well, that's what they say about us young pups. We're not scared of it.
You know what I say about him? You want to wear that full on, mate. Blink your eyes.
Look at that, eh? Oh, best job I ever had. Best job in the world. Fuck. It's a long way down. I don't know, this is...
No, it's fine. I'm stood on it. It's not going anywhere. It's definitely been load tested.
Aye, okay. Hell of a steal that is, isn't it?
They're ages compared to what we're selling.
Aye.
They're half the pay.
See down there. Oh, nah.
But
Aye.
I want to get the steels on early next week. Get
Yeah.
the floor joists in this front room done early next week. Which means we're going to knock that wall down where the front door is, which means that's got to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is why we need that side door. Because then when this one's decked, we can put the timbers in and then brace off them timbers to take all this old ceiling out.
Yeah.
There's a job that can be ripped out. We can have someone ripping this out while they're building at the back then.
Nice. Perfect.
That's the idea.
It'd be beautiful once this gets up and running on the inside, you know?
Yeah.
I can't wait for it, man. Yeah. Because it's just a time bomb waiting to explode, this bastard. 5 studios, 1 double ensuite. It's gonna look good. Damn, look at that. Yeah. Looking nice and ripped out. Ripped the fuck out. Love it. Love this stage. Look at all that, man. Right, let's go up to the loft. Picturesque. Oh. Damn, they really ripped it all out. I suppose that's the whole point of a fucking rip out. Look at that. That is looking clean, fresh, done, dusted. Right, I'm meeting the builder at Starbucks. Let's see if I can do this. There's your boy. Walking around. Alright. That is looking clean. Love it. Right, I'm gonna get some cinematic shots. And then leave. Get some photos for the client. Right, all site visits are done. Met with the builder for our latest project that we're doing for a client, and touched on it earlier. It was just about the cost spreadsheet and the budget sheet for the drawdown surveyor and the lender, right? So they know how the invoice is broken down. The reason why it's good to meet with the builder is because their invoices / itemized estimates may all be different, right? So we're currently working with 2 separate builders, and they do things a bit differently from each other regarding the itemized estimates and the breakdown of costs. My God, why am I... Oh, the car tire has exploded on that car. Literally come off the wheel. Jesus. Yeah, so this builder does it a wee bit differently. Not that it's wrong, it's just different. Nothing wrong with that. So the best thing to do is just meet up with them and go through it. So like with the cost spreadsheet, it has categories like demolition, plumbing, rip out, joinery, finishes, all that stuff. And that works perfectly for the first builder. However, this builder has different headlines of different categories, and you know, it's just he structured his a little bit differently. So sat down with them, went through it, and now that that's done, that it's going to be piss easy to do it for the rest of the project, like filling out this drawdown sheet. And for all future projects with this builder, it's going to be absolutely a lot easier. So it's just one of those. Stitching time saves 9. None of this worrying about it anymore. And yeah, we can take it from there. Did the camera shake there? See when I brake, the car shakes. See when I take off in first gear, the car shakes. And there's a loud noise. And a little chip just happened on the window. Easy 100 quid gone there. It's just one thing after another with this car. My ears are popping. Right. So now that I've done that, we didn't finish off the sheet because I'm going to try, now that it's all been sorted, I need to fill out the entire sheet. So I'm going to have to stop at services because the drawdown surveyor needs it before 5 p.m. today. Sat-nav says I'm going to get in at about 5:10, so it's going to be too late. Oh, that's loud. So I'm going to have to stop off at services, fill that out, and I think, well, I've just got a bit of admin, a bit of wee other tasks, reply to emails and stuff, and then that's me for the day. That's me. Practice the guitar later on. Doing some guitar lessons. I want to be able to smash out the blues. I can play the chords, but I want to smash the blues and be able to freestyle for about an hour or 2. So practice the guitar later on. But that's it for today. That's it. If you find this kind of thing helpful, comment below saying that's alright, because this is easy for me to film. And I like this sort of thing. This will be sustainable for me. So yeah, I hope you managed to get some value out of this video today, and I'll see you in a bit.